Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is another Genesis. We honestly loved it the first time we listened to it. I can put a link for the first video. You guys loved it as well. And we got another request for another song. This song is from Mike. And so thank you for your support and for your suggestion. This is Genesis, Deep in the Motherlode. And we have it again, another official audio that he sent us, so we're gonna listen to that. The first time that we listened to it, there were so many layers that we were so amazed of how kind of complicated it is. That one was a longer song. This one is not that long, but I'm hoping it's like as layered and kind of like I don't know, that complex, but in a good way to listen to. So I'm actually very excited because I liked it a lot when we first listened to it.
Yeah, I'm also very excited, so let's go listen to it.
Shining up at you. You gotta get out while there's gold in the air. It's falling like water coming down from the hills.
I love this theme that I feel like this is gonna be the motif because we started with that and then it's coming back as a bridge, I guess, between the verses.
Yeah.
It was not something I would expect when it started. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this. So let's go to this. So far, I love the drum because I feel like
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you do. Because I feel like it was very important in keeping it like consistent. I love, even though that was kind of like a same rhythm pattern, it was not doing a lot. It was just the rhythm pattern that it was doing. It was really loud. So I feel like rhythm is very important here because it was kind of like covering everything else, that and the guitar in parts. So you don't have to listen for them. They were like right into your face.
Yeah, I had also this feeling because most of the time, I mean, drums always has a very important role in the music, and if you just cut the drums out, it's all will fall apart. But you don't hear it actively. I mean, you don't typically get the attention to the drum, even if it's not the like crazy solo, or you know, the drum is not doing anything very crazy. But in this song, exactly, it was making also cool bridges. Sometimes like very cool bridge and a short one, and then also it will go on and after that. But also exactly because of how a little louder it was, or I don't know what kind of aspect was into it, so that it would just get so naturally your attention to the drums. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very interesting. So now let's.
All along the wagons, all along the dusty trail. 17 years, not over a day, like children in the wild. Your mother's milk still wet on your face, and no one to pray for your safe journey home. Out beyond the desert, across the mountains by the fall, servants who leave their master's house are walking all the way. The golden fields that beckon you are darkened by the years.
That middle section was a little weird.
I loved it.
Yeah. It
Yes,
had such a different
it had it was a little also scary, not scary, but it had like a little bit of I'm wondering, like this
Yeah.
kind of vibe, and also a little like I'm concerned with the music. It was like when you're just running through somewhere that is completely dark, or through a tunnel or something, and you don't know where are you going, or you don't know where is the end. It's just dark, and you're running and running and wandering and like concerning about where you are and like that. And also the color or quality of the sound of the singer was also helping with this very wide and delicate vibratos that he was using, and also a little sometimes at some parts airy sound. It was like a delicate glass that could break at any time. It was like searching or in it. I really loved this
I was gonna
middle
say
part.
it gives me
Yeah.
the feeling of like no direction, almost to a point, because it's unknown. It's something like you don't know what you're going through.
Yeah.
It felt kind of like felt that. And now I think we're back to
The version.
Go west, young man. If you knew then what you know.
It's so crazy that how sometimes in music such simple, very non-complicated motifs can be that powerful and can be so beautiful. Also, we have so many examples in classical music that the composer just took just a simple major or minor chord, and it's just like that. But when you play the piece, is like, okay, I'm just playing a chord, a very simple chord, but I don't know how it sounds so beautiful. Like one example in my mind is, first of all, Bach has so many of it that you just start or play with a minor chord or something, and it sounds so magical. Or an example that just came into my mind was the piano piece that you were playing one time from Chaminade. From Chaminade, that it just starts with a reversed minor chord. If you can say the name or the number.
It's a 6 collection. I think it's actually kind of like, it starts with these three.
Just completely just a simple reversed minor chord and then an octave after it, and it's completely music theory, like 3 notes and nothing else, but it sounds so magical. And also with this song, with the motif, like da 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 da, it's so simple, and it's just 3 notes, and then after that also something like similar, but it was so beautiful and powerful, that, and it was also not at all I got not at all tired from it, that we were hearing it all the time, and every time I was like, this motif is back, and it's so beautiful.
That's true. I feel like it also it would go with the lyrics a little bit, because I don't know, I think it was a contrast between, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, known and unknown to me. Because I feel like the parts that you would hear that motif, it was the parts that it was something familiar, and then the parts that, like something in the middle part, for example, or the parts that were going a little further than that motif, I think to me it represents something unknown. That's why he was going to go west, because he was talking about people moving to the west of America to find gold that he was talking about. So it was something like exciting, but also unknown, but also you're leaving something familiar because you don't know what's gonna happen. So it was a perfect like match to the lyrics, I think. But yeah, that was really nice. I also love the balance of this song. I know that's to me that was not normal to have. I felt like the instruments were on top, and then the singers. So we usually like hear the opposite, because we hear singer on top. But I love that the instrument, it was kind of like part of it. It was part of a big ensemble. Even the singer's voice, it was not just instruments and we have the singer here. I feel like that gave it also a different like sense of ensemble or band playing, because I guess it's just the engineering part of it, how to layer them. But I kind of like that, because I don't know, the instruments were kind of taking over and the voice was part of the band instead of being on top of it.
One other thing that caught my attention was the change of the rhythm. That was, I mean, most of it was on the shoulder of the drummer. But from the beginning, I think the rhythm and the whole speed of the or the whole, this time signature changed like 3-4 times until the end. And every time it felt like, this is so cool, even cooler than the last part. And then the last part would come and you're like, no, this is also so cool. And then you think like, okay, that's it, and then they used all the different time signatures. But then at the end again, we had like some different rhythm thing. And it was also very nice. I really enjoyed this change of the.
Yeah.
It was such a smooth also
Yeah,
changing.
the whole
Yeah.
transitions were so smooth, kind of like the other song
Yeah.
that we listen. Remember, like for
Mm.
example, the intro, the motif there would like repeat like 5 minutes later in another flute or something. But also the transitions between the sections, because that was a longer song, was really smooth and it didn't feel like choppy. So I think this is for me, it was also the same. That's why I didn't feel like it's been 5 minutes. It felt like you're just going on a
Yeah.
train as he was talking, and then you're just going and going
Yeah.
and going without any stop. Yeah, that was very, very interesting. So yeah, I love Genesis actually by just the two songs that we listened to it. So we would love
Yeah.
to hear more of them. Yeah, if you guys know any live performances that are worth watching, we would be happy to watch, because the last one and this one are both audio. So I would love to get a glimpse of what they do on stage. So let us know in the comments if you want us to watch more of them. And thank you, Mike, for your suggestion again. Please don't forget to like this video, drop your comments below, and subscribe to our channel. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.